Hi. All right, I'm glad to be with you all. I'm going to give it just a minute and we'll get started shortly. So go ahead and shut any doors. Be sure your notifications are off on your phone and on your computer in order to create this space for yourself today. Set yourself up with a seat that feels comfortable. You can cushion your hips. I've got blocks underneath my feet because that helps me feel a little bit more stable. So get yourself set up, and then we'll get started. Once you have your seat settled, I want you to close your eyes and just sense the body and space, the texture of your clothing on your skin, the temperature of the room, the sounds that you can hear. And then without changing it, allow yourself to notice the qualities of your breath. Does it feel full? Is it a little shallow? Is it unhurried or rushed? Is it rough around the edges? None of these better or worse, just information. Keeping the eyes closed, take a great big breath in. Fill up all the way from the crown of the head all the way down through the pelvis. Hold the breath at the top just a beat, and then breathe out the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Great big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. 1 more time, exactly like that. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Place your hands in your lap with unintention behind them. So it can be face down or face up on your thighs. Or if you know a mudra that feels authentic to you, find that in your hands. We're going to start off with a calming pranayama, breath practice together. And so we're going to do this all together. So wherever you are in your breath, let it empty out. Breathe out. And then inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out the nose, breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right away, breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gentle hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your breath return to neutral, natural pace in and out through your nose. Notice what has shifted since the beginning of our practice. Just a few minutes of tuning in the breath. Now, allow the breath to deepen. Keep it moving in and out through your nose, but let it sound like the ocean, like the wind through the leaves of the trees. So there's a very light constriction at the back of the throat that creates this sighing sound in and out. Bring your hands to your knees. And on your next breath in, draw the chest forward, lift the chin and lift the throat. On your next breath out, dome the spine, wrap the shoulders forward, let the chin fall into the throat. And then keep going like that, cat and cow, in your chair with breaths. So it's an inhale to cow pose, chest reaches forward, grip the knees with your hands. As you exhale, roll the shoulders forward, roll the chin into the throat. Several more times like that. Breath in and breath out. Extend your breath and extend the movement of your body to match the pace of your breath. Blur the edges. Where does inhale become exhale? Where does cow become cat? Now invite in, as you'd like, intuitive movement to this cat and cow family. So you might tip and twist side to side. You might get the head involved. So it doesn't need to look any certain way. I invite you to explore the body today exactly as it is. Without agenda, without needing to fix anything. Keep the breath flowing full and even. 3 more breaths. One more breath. Good. Let your arms come along your side, shake out your hands and your wrists, your elbows. Just let it get really loose. We're going to keep this sort of mobility focus today. So we're going to move through the range of motion in our joints. So we can feel a little bit better if we're just about to go sit back down at our desks. All right, so arms are heavy, just like ropes hanging off the shoulders. On your next breath in, hug the shoulders into the ears. Stay here for your exhale. Really squeeze it up. Great. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let it drop. Do that again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe out. All right, shake it out. Good. I'm going to take the right arm across the chest, and then you can kind of bend the left elbow with a 90-degree, and then just basically bicep curl this right upper arm bone toward the chest. So yours might look like here, but curl it in, and then breathe, relax through the right hand. Good. Take your right arm up, and then bend the elbow, so you're patting yourself on the back. Bring your left hand up to your right elbow, and then squeeze the right hand down between the shoulder blades. So you might be grazing the upper back between the shoulder blades. I want you to notice if your forearm is pressing your head down, and instead weight the back of the skull into your arm. Breathe into the right armpit, the back of the arm. Breathe out, let it all go. Wash the arm, shake them out. All right, we'll take this to the other side. Left arm is going to come across the chest. You can bicep curl this into the chest. Keep breathing. Relax the left hand. And take it up overhead. Bend the elbow. Right hand comes to your left elbow. And then touch the space between your shoulder blades. Press the back of the skull into your forearms. It's an Ardha Gomukhasana through the arms. One more inhale. Exhale, take the arms along your side. Just wash them a bit. And then take them wide and just let them cross. Just moving energy through the body. All right, take the arms up overhead. And then you're going to make fists. Fold your thumbs into your hands. 4 fingers wrap on top and then roll through the wrists. But hold it up overhead and then really extend the arms long. So strong through the arms and the shoulders as you roll the wrists. Keep these wrist circles going as you slowly take the arms wide, down, parallel with the ground. Keep the circles going all the way down, and then arms will come along your sides. Okay, here's where we challenge the brain. Change the direction of your circles. Keep the arms straight and strong, and then take it up overhead. You're not in a rush. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. So again, switch the direction of the wrist circles, lower the arms wide, and then down along your sides. Switch the direction, lift them up. Do this 1 more time, down and up. Good. I'm feeling a little bit of sensation in the arms. Maybe you are too. All right, release the hand, shake them. Take your palms forward, let them face one another, and then cross the wrists, so thumbs point down. Interlace the hands. Now, as you inhale, draw the knuckles towards you so they face up towards the ceiling, and then take it forward as you exhale. So we're going to turn up the volume of the breath. Still in and out through the nose, but I want it to be warming and dynamic. 3 more. Good. Take the arms out, switch the cross, then go again. Inhale in, exhale out. Three more. Good. Take your arms out, palms face up. Point down and up, down and up. We're looking mostly at moving through the wrists rather than the fingers. Good. Now turn palms face up and then curl in, up. Good. All right. Shake it out. Ooh. Some feelings there. All right, palms face forward again. Let them face one another and then let them touch. Now reach the fingertips forward so that the shoulder blades reach away from each other. Now as you next inhale, take your arms wide and then squeeze the shoulder blades together. Do that again. Exhale, palms press, protract the scapula. Inhale, contract, retract the scapula as you open the arms. Keep this going. Twice more. Take it forward. All right, release the hands down. If you need to roll a little through the shoulders, that's all right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's alternate shoulder rolls back. Arms can hang along your side or hands can rest in your lap. Switch the direction of your alternate shoulder rolls. Yeah, all right. And then let the shoulders come to neutral. Let your right ear drop to the left shoulder. So there's big movements and there's little subtle movements. And our work is to greet both of those with the same level of attention. Take this over to the other side. Left ear down. One more, inhale and exhale. Good. Skull to neutral. Bend your elbows so the palms face up, and you can feel there's just a little bit of a hug of the upper arms into the shoulder or into the side bodies. We're not squeezing in, but there's an engagement. We're gonna move through our fingers. So it'll be a 4 count. Thumb will tap your first, second, third, fourth finger, and then take it to the other side, first, second, third, and fourth finger. Okay, so here's where we can add on. You can just go like this, and I want you to take your gaze to your hands. If you want to add on a little bit to this, you're going to coordinate this with your breath. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4 is an inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4 is an exhale. And you can extend the space between those. So keep the gaze, and I want you to feel individually the sensation of the tip of your thumb touching the tip of each finger. Coordinate this with your breath if you'd like. Keep going. These next few rounds, I want you to think about extending the fingers and then squeezing it in. So it's more of an exaggerated movement of the hands. Good. Complete your current round. And then release your hands. All right. We're going to move into the lower body. So let's scoot a little bit forward into your chair. So there's nothing touching the back of your chair. And then just lift your right foot off the ground. You can point it, lift it straight up, or if it's a little bit more comfortable, have it bent, fine. But I want you to point your toes and then flex your toes. That's it. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good. Keep this going. Now take circles with your foot. Take these in one direction. Take the circles in the other direction. I'm really noticing how dirty the bottoms of my feet are. Okay. Release the foot down to the ground or the block. Then I want you to lift the knee, take it out to the right, and then circle it. So we're just doing hip circles here. So knee lifts up, goes over to the right, and then across. So it's going to skim the chair. Good. Now take the circles in the other direction. And I really want you to tune in to the musculature of the hip. So as you're pulling the knee in, that's abduction, squeezing the thigh towards the center line. And as you abduct the knee, you've got outer hip. And the whole time you've got these, the top of the legs and the hip flexors. Good. All right. Release that down. Good. All right. Now, last thing with this, lift your foot forward, flex the toes back, keep the legs straight, lift it to the right, and then squeeze it through center. So similar to the hip circles, feel the change in the musculature. And if you feel unstable with this, you can always scoot back to rest the back on the chair, or you can take your hands to the edges of your chair and just grip the seat. All right, you can do this 3 more times. Good. All right. Take this to the other side. I know, it's harder than you think. Lift the left foot off the ground. We're going to point and flex. point and flex. So moving through that ankle joint. You can even squeeze and straighten the toes. Paying attention to all aspects of the body. Now start to circle the ankle. You know, we often think of the big things, the heart, the legs, the back body, but these little things, the feet and the toes, the fingertips, just as good, just as important. Switch the direction of your circles. It's hard for me to talk and circle at the same time. All right, sole of the foot comes down. Then we're going to do those hip circles. So knee's going to lift up, move out to the left, and then draw across. So keep going like that, circling through the hip. And remember, if you're feeling unstable, you can grip the seat of your chair, or you can scoot back so that your back is more against the chair. Now take the circles in the other direction. Notice if this side feels different. It feels different for me. Good. All right, release the foot. Lift your leg forward. We're going to do those lateral leg lifts. So out to the left and then through center. A little added mindfulness to this is to take your gaze to your toes and follow it. So keeping the body mostly still, focusing the attention. All right, release it down. Whew. You can give your legs a shake. You can give your thighs a little squeeze, a little pat. We're going to do that whole thing again. And so just because it's repetitive doesn't mean we don't have to pay attention. So my invitation for you today is, for this next little bit, is to coordinate it with your breath. And you can figure out what makes sense to you. Does it make sense to inhale here and exhale here, extend, whatever feels intuitive to you. Don't overthink it. And I want your gaze to follow your foot. Okay, so we're going to point and flex. Lift the right leg, point and flex. Watch the toes move. 2 more. Good, now hip circles starting out. We're going to do 5 of them. 2 more. Take the circles going in, 5 going in. All right, now lateral leg lifts out to the right. Squeeze it in. We're doing 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, release. Left foot lifts, point and flex. Keep going. Do 10 total. Good, hip circles, 5 going out. 5 going in. Good, leg lifts, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Phew. All right. Let's take hands to thighs. Give them a little rock. You can take loose fists and just sort of pound the legs. Take it to the outer hips. Take it down to the calves, the fronts of the shins, backs of the calves. Yeah. Good. Good work. All right. We're going to find our warrior 2. So let's start with the right foot over to the right. And the left toes point forward. So right leg off the right edge of your chair. Left leg points forward. We're making a 90-degree angle. Take your arms wide. Warrior 2. Now, bring your thumb into your palms. 4 fingers wrap around. 3 wrist circles in each direction. Good. Bring your palms to a prayer in front of your heart. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, turn the palms out and then press them wide. So inhale, squeeze in, contract. Exhale, expand. I really want you to imagine that you're pressing against something, like the air is very thick, or you're swimming through the water. So active all the way out through the fingertips. One more time. Good. Pause here. Let's find side angle lunge. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh, and then take your left arm beside the ear. So bicep is beside the ear. Press the forearm into the thigh and stack the shoulders open. Listen closely. Take your left arm, keep it straight, but reach it forward and allow the left shoulder to wrap towards the ground. Take it to the back of the room. Now, left arm's going to come forward, trace the horizon again, and then as you stack the left shoulder on top, peel the heart open. So it's a subtle movement twisting through the body. We're going to go like that. So take it across to the back of the room, trace the horizon, and then trace the horizon, take it across, and then up. 3 more times, take your gaze to your thumbnail. Last time. Good. Pause in your side angle lunge. Good. Come out of this. All right. Beautiful. We're going to turn this into tree pose. Left foot stays where it is. Right foot's going to find the inner left thigh. And I like to take my right hand to the ankle and just hold it. Left hand can come to the heart. You might reach it up overhead. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. I want you to wrap the outer right knee down as much as you can. Good. Release it down, right foot comes down. We're going to take this to the other side. So warrior 2 on the other side. You might shift the hips over to the left a bit. Left foot, left femur comes off the left side. Arms wide, warrior 2. Now make fists, 3 wrist circles in each direction. Good. Bring your palms to a prayer. We're going to do that breath flow again. So it's inhale through center, exhale, press out. Inhale through center. Press out as you breathe out. Keep going. Imagine you're swimming through water, pressing. Hear your breath. Once more. Good. Turn this into side angle lunge. Left forearm on the thigh. Right arm beside the ear. Press the forearm into the thigh. And then we're going to do that same thing. So reach the right arm, trace the horizon. And then as you do that, the right shoulder wraps down. Take it to the back of the room. And then unfurl the heart. So right arm traces the horizon, stack the shoulders. Keep going. Let your gaze follow your hand. Three more. Good. Pause. Come up. Turn this into Vrikshasana. Right leg stays where it is. Sole of the left foot's going to come to the inner right thigh. Yeah, and it looks pretty different for me on this side. Left knee, wrap it down towards the ground. Hand can come to the ankle to hold it in place. You can bring hand to heart or hand overhead. Good. 2 more breaths. Exactly as you are. And release it down. Release the left foot down. Both legs come forward and a little bit wide. Scoot forward into your chair. Let your toes point out to either side. And then you're just going to fold down. So if you've got blocks that you can bring your hands to, that might be a good option. If not, just let the body drape down and take your legs as wide as you need to accommodate your torso fitting down in between your thighs. So fold forward, let the head release. 5 breaths here. Let the next two breaths come in very fully and empty out completely out the mouth. Good. Walk the hands in. Make your way upright to a seat. Take your time. All right, so we're going to prepare for a seated meditation to close out our practice today. So I want you to get out any fidgets, any movements, fix your hair, fix your clothes, whatever it is, and then set yourself up in a comfortable seat. So maybe you scoot farther back in the seat so you can be supported by the back of your chair. You might take support underneath your feet with a pillow or blocks. And then find an intentional placement with the hands. They can be face down, face up in the lap. A mudra, if that'd be sustainable for you. Even if arms along your side would feel good, take that, okay? So we're going to start with the shamatha meditation, which is basically just an awareness practice. And then I'm going to read a sort of extended reading for Alan Watts, and then we'll close, okay? So get yourself situated, and close down your eyes. And I want you to notice your breath without trying to manage it. Just as we began, let it be natural and neutral, flowing in and out through your nose, smooth and steady. Find an aspect of your breath to which to tether your attention. And so that might be the sound. I want you to pick one. It might be the sound. It could be the feeling of the breath at the top of your lips as it moves in and out through the nose. It might be the feeling of the rise and fall of your chest, or the lungs expanding through your back body into the back of your chair. Pick one of those aspects that you feel like you can tie into, and then I want you to draw 100% of your attention there. Single pointed focus. Stay as you are. Stay with it. If your mind has left the building, bring it back to your breath. Here is a person who knows that in 2 weeks' time he has to undergo a surgical operation. In the meantime, he is feeling no physical pain. He has plenty to eat. He is surrounded by friends and human affection. He is doing work that is normally of great interest to him. But his power to enjoy these things is taken away by constant dread. He is insensitive to the immediate realities around him. His mind is preoccupied with something that is not yet here. It is not as if he were thinking about it in a practical way, trying to decide whether he should have the operation or not, or making plans to take care of his family and his affairs if he should die. These decisions have already been made. Rather, he is thinking about the operation in an entirely futile way, which both ruins his present enjoyment of life and contributes nothing to the solution of any problem. But he cannot help himself. This is the typical human problem. The object of dread may not be in operation in the immediate future. It may be the problem of next month's rent, of a threatened war or social disaster, of being able to save enough for old age, or of death at the last. This spoiler of the present may not even be a future dread. It may be something out of the past, some memory of an injury, some crime or indiscretion, which haunts the present with a sense of resentment or guilt. The power of memories and expectations is such that for most human beings, the past and the future are not as real, but in fact, more real than the present. The present cannot be lived happily unless the past has been cleared up and the future is bright with promise. There can be no doubt that the power to remember and predict, to make an ordered sequence out of a helter-skelter chaos of disconnected moments, is a wonderful development of sensitivity. In a way, it is the achievement of the human brain, giving man the most extraordinary powers of survival and adaptation to life. But the way in which we generally use this power is apt to destroy all of its advantages. For it is of little use to us to be able to remember and predict it if it makes us unable to live fully in the present. What is the use of planning to be able to eat next week unless I can really enjoy the meals as they come? If I am so busy planning how to eat next week that I cannot fully enjoy what I'm eating now, I will be in the same predicament when next week's meals become now. If my happiness at this moment consists largely in reviewing happy memories and expectations, I am but dimly aware of the present. I shall still be dimly aware of the present when the good things that I have been expecting come to pass, for I shall have formed a habit of looking behind and ahead, making it difficult for me to attend to the here and now. If then my awareness of the past and future makes me less aware of the present, I must really begin to wonder whether I'm actually living in the real world. After all, the future is quite meaningless and unimportant unless sooner or later it is going to become the present. Thus, to plan for the future which is not going to become present is hardly more absurd than to plan for the future which, when it comes to me, will find me absent, looking fixedly over its shoulder instead of into its face. This kind of living in the fantasy of expectation rather than in the reality of the present is the special trouble of businessmen who live entirely to make money. So many people of wealth understand much more about making and saving money than about using and enjoying it. They fail to live because they are always preparing to live. Instead of earning a living, they are mostly earning and earning, and thus when the time comes to relax, they are unable to do so. Many a successful man is bored and miserable when he retires and returns to his work only to prevent a younger man from taking his place. From still another point of view, the way in which we use memory and prediction makes us less rather than more adaptable to life. If to enjoy even an enjoyable present, we must have the assurance of a happy future, we are crying for the moon. We have no such assurance. The best predictions are still matters of probability rather than certainty. And to the best of our knowledge, every one of us is going to suffer and die. If then we cannot live happily without an assured future, we are certainly not adapted to living in a finite world where, despite the best plans, accidents will happen and where death comes at the end. Continue your breath focus, your shamatha meditation. Ten more breaths. 3 more breaths. Good. Blink your eyes open. Reacquaint yourself to your space. The feeling of the clothing on your skin, the sounds that you can hear, temperature of the air. I wanted to share that reading, even though it was written in 1951, it is profoundly relevant. If we feel that we cannot be happy without an assurance of a bright, successful, free of suffering future, then we'll never be happy in this present real stuff. And in this time of a tremendous amount of uncertainty, it can be really easy to feel like, well, I'm not allowed to be happy now. I'm not allowed to enjoy things. And that's not true. And so my invitation for you is to take a really mindful approach to how you're living your life during, your whole life, but especially right now when things are tossed on their head, when some of us are out of work, when we're all having to stay home. What can you do to be a little bit more present in it rather than escaping, rather than just trying to waste time waiting for it to be over, saying, I'll feel better when this is over. If we are constantly putting goalposts ahead of our happiness, we're never going to get there. I'll be happier when this is over. I'll be happier when I get a job. I'll be happier when I lose 10 pounds, whatever bullshit. We can be willing to allow ourselves to be wholly present, even in mundane things like washing the dishes. So I thank you for prioritizing presence today. If you are curious, this is the book that this is from. It's Alan Watts' Wisdom of Insecurity. It's a short little thing, super relevant right now, and very digestible. So that's all I've got for you right now. I'll be, of course, keeping up these Friday noon chair classes, Tuesday 6 p.m. flow, experimenting with different setups for various sound and picture quality for y'all. There's going to be some on-demand classes from me on Suka's website. So if you're a Suka member, we'll be having that as well as some strength training. And then finally, I'm doing sort of a tutorial series. So I already posted one about the vinyasa, and I'll be doing, I don't know, maybe one a week. We'll see. So if there's anything in particular that you have questions or want to work on, just shoot me a message or find me on Instagram, whatever, and let me know, and I will do that for you. Okay. Thank you very much for spending a little bit of your Friday afternoon with me. Have a great weekend. Thank you.